Alright guys, so we're going to talk about privacy. We're going to talk about how there's a lot of dead people that you don't want to associate with. We're also remixing an old video that I've prepared, but it's not good enough yet. Okay. There's also a lot of like prediction theory, updating what I predict for the future. It looks like it's branching into another big nonsense that we might have to, see which one happens. Because neither one are good, to be honest. Capitalism might stick around for like 8 more years or something. That's some scary shit. Because I don't like it anymore. Alright? Let me just go here and begin conversation. Is that a picture of a lazy person I see? I can't tell if he's dead or alive, to be honest, but can't associate with this guy. And so you shouldn't be able to associate with any dead person. I don't know how people stand this shit, but that's that one thing that's... Yes, social distancing away from the dead people. But that's why it was such a big deal, right? That was so effective. I don't think there was a virus. I think there was just like fundamentally something wrong with society, and we started noticing, right? Collectively, we're like, we have a bad feeling about something, and now we acknowledge it. Finally. Because capitalism, the dark side of capitalism, is the death cult mentality. That, survival of the fittest. That's the death cult. We're not helping each other. That's the death cult. Of like socialism and communism are trash. Death cults. Because we're not supposed to support each other in any way. Or even support just the work as a fundamental right to work. No, you just find it. It's somewhere. Somewhere in my fucking drawer. There's a little bit of work in there. You can find it maybe. Don't worry. You'll find the world has anything to offer. Just go and search. It's fine. And obviously I stay in my mom's basement because searching is dangerous. So I found a way to survive though. I think that's pretty good. I'll take that. It's a death cult in a lot of people are already dead. They don't know it. But they will not talk about anything that will allow you to identify them. Alright? They will not make a noise unless it's to annoy you. Annoys you. Yeah. But most importantly, people are very honest. If they have toxic tendencies, they will show you from a fucking mile away. They like gambling, they like smoking, they like drinking, they like sex too much. Whatever it is, they'll show it from a mile away. It's unbelievable. What do you do with these people? Where do you even go? Because the market is saturated with death right now. No one likes being normal, right? They like being deranged. And they like gaslighting normal people that they're the problem at the same time. They're the crazy people. But no. The way you're being told that you're crazy is through the crazy and useless and pathetic people. I mean, what a tough way to communicate that I have some kind of problem. What a tough way. Name calling. Are these babies? Are you guys babies? No, it's just pathetic fucking haters who don't want the world to change for whatever the fuck reason. They might just die. They might just subscribe to the death cult. How can capitalism turn into a death cult? Wow. I mean, Mr. Beast shows how YouTube can die. The soul of YouTube just, gets privatized. Everyone just wants money, but money means nothing. What do you actually want to do with the money? That's the real thing. That's how you privatize intention very quickly. Everyone wants money. But where are you going to spend the money? Who are you going to enslave with your money? Because everything is slavery. You want a popsicle, someone has to make popsicle. Someone has to be enslaved for the popsicle. Yeah? Where are you going to spend your money? It's a really important question. Why keep it private? Privacy needs to stop. Unless you're a bad person, unless you have things to hide. Privacy is just not fucking valuable, dude. As much as people are yapping and fucking eating their nail biting themselves, bro. It's not a quality of a good person. I want to hide away from evil people. Absolutely, privacy is useful in that sense. I need privacy from this, from abuse. Okay, absolutely. People invade your privacy. They have to lose their privacy. You just take their privacy. It's like, that's hypothetical. I don't actually know the dynamic. It's very tough. Very tough. If you can avoid these people, you have to do it by force, if possible. So, we circle back. Don't associate with dead people, okay? The attackers, the fucking capitalism burn victims, thinking that they are individually sophisticated. You're a burn victim. You're no longer growing. You're dead. You're NPC. And will always be. Because NPCs are the ones who want to harm themselves in order to stay in line. They have to harm themselves. In order to stay in line, they get drafted into military, tossed around. NPCs get that treatment. No one else gets that treatment because they understand fucking logic, common sense. You don't help people through war. There's no help, but you have to scoop up all the evil and throw it in a furnace and let it cook. Maybe the evil will leave the body of a human. Maybe the demons will clash and they will return back home satisfied, or maybe not. It's up to them, right? NPCs are actually the ones who hold all the power, who actually feel the enough power to harm their bodies. No really sophisticated human being like Trump knows that. No sophisticated human being wants to harm their bodies. It's insane. Only these death cultists, basically. And they will find a way to spread their disease and get themselves known. Again, you'll see it from a mile away. Who is evil and who associates with evil, and all of that has to be, cut apart from society and tossed into a furnace. The end. That is the story right now we're living in. And things got worse, and bro, I don't want an 8-year extension of death of capitalism. What the fuck? That's a terrible prediction that's on the list to be discussed. I don't want more. Can capitalism die already? Usually patience is the virtue, even I will be challenged no matter how tough I am. Oh wait, I was challenged by noisy neighbors. Was that not enough? It felt horrifying. Self-destructive people. The death cult. They want you to just accept it, Accept the unacceptable. Accept that NPCs have more power than you. Well, no, that's where we draw the line. Yes, you do have more power, but that's not acceptable. That's not something we just let go. We just make sure that if you are nice enough, you don't fucking sling the bat into human skulls. Maybe you can still have it. But don't make it ugly. Just don't make it ugly, bro. We have jail system, but we fundamentally need to understand why it's so important and who do we keep in line, and how we also need to talk about filtering people by rarity, by consciousness. I don't even know. I don't think everyone is capable of crime. I'm not really capable of that. Not really capable of that. Again, this requires like power. Power of self-destruction. Stinks. Yes, people do it. That looks like death too, to be honest. There's just a lot of variations that leads to the same thing. It's so fascinating. People don't like the stink of sweat, but they're okay with stink of, smoking. And that's just like the weirdest thing, isn't it? But it's a psychological fucking meant just attack, right? It's just a fucking double-edged sword of like, I get to stab you and I don't get to stab myself. That's how a sword works. In the hands of a stupid person, of a dangerous stupid person. Into gravity. It's very difficult to survive gravity, but some people like to, enhance it just a little bit more. They love shortcuts, but they don't like living life. Because life is a lot of things. It's definitely not just trying to make it as normal as possible, as simple as possible. And usually the cost is self-destruction, the cost of making it fucking stupid anyways. Your life is going to get shitty. Of like, well, I guess it's time to make my life shitty. People decided. How do they do that? Well, they have free will to be brainwashed, basically, to be gaslit, and to think whatever the fuck they want. No one's going to stop them. No one's going to slap them or demotivate them. So that's what you have. I never confronted my dad to, stop smoking or this and that, right? Because I'm too young for that. See, my parents are the greatest abusers because, they can do it from the earliest of ages. It's just a story. I've never. That's where the boomers come into play, They feel so good about themselves because they were able to push you around as a child and tell you to do this and that, go get a job, right? They told you to do certain things without the need to train you in any fucking way. My parents trained me fucking nothing. Alright? That is unacceptable, to be honest. Alright? But it's also proof that they have fucking nothing to train for. Alright? They have no idea how life works. I mean, the only thing I got trained for is my mom likes cleaning and my dad likes finding a job in a foreign country. Look at that. We have trained for that. Slightly tiny bit. Yay. I'll take it. I can't say 0% training. We did something, right? We achieved something. But, yeah, nepotism is real. Wow. Is it? Well, your parents shield you from troubles. The only question happens when they stop. What happens to you? Right? How scared are you of that shield coming off? How quickly you're gonna be just like removed from the board? In that sense, nepotism becomes touch grass moment. If you know what touch grass means, it's hey, come outside. All right, let's talk. That sort of thing. It's aggression. Okay, it's an attack, but it is what it is, right? It is not worth hurting other people, so they don't prevent you to touch grass. So you're not afraid of going outside. Or paranoid because you're stuck on a phone or whatever your imaginary world is. But there's no actual reason to touch grass, let's be honest. Fear is like the most fundamental thing that NPCs care about the most. Right? Fear is the disgusting thing that they have to fight with. Because again, you can see they even fight fear of like, man, I don't want self-destruction. Yes, you have to self-destroy. There's no other way. Alright? Witnessed it's nice, but apparently my dad hurt me when I was a child. How come I didn't know about it? I'm surprised any of this was not part of my memory, right? Smoking, the drinking that my dad was supposed to do later on never came up earlier. Well, drama came up because my dad would be violent against my mom, I believe. But come on, it's so insane, right? It's so insane. You know, although I never really cared about my dad that much, I guess. In the end of the day, there's a lot of narcissists running around saying everything is okay. The greatest gaslight moment, and Trump knows that very well as well. Just say everything is okay, don't worry about it. Well, it's not okay. It's only okay for you. For you, it's okay. Not for anyone else. Okay? Yeah? That's what gaslight is, right? If a person is comfortable, it's like the king seat, right? You come up to a king and it's like, no, everything is okay. You know I can cut your head off though, right? If you disagree. Gaslight doesn't work without a threat, without dominance. And it's one of those like friendly dominances of like, I can do what you can do. No problem. I can keep up with you, that's fine. Everything's okay, dude. You can never prove to a narcissist that they have problems, okay? You can only declare them as dead, and that's the death cult. The death cult, in the end of the day, should focus on narcissists, and it should go full circle of like, well, your time is over. Did you die? Mr. Narcissist, are you actually okay? That's the beautiful thing. Just no. Run a few laps around just to see if your lungs are working. You know? Let me check, are you okay? Yeah. Let's just accelerate your work a little bit. Put some pressure. See if you break. Let's see what people think about you. Right? What your friends think about you. If we ask them to be 100% honest, there's no coercion. And you'll see a lot of narcissists just gonna fucking fall into pieces. I mean, that's the beauty of The Office. We're trying to we get this image of a narcissist who's trying to actually be good, right? Trying to appeal to his workers, and it's like, yeah, it's tough, but you have to do it. It's the most sensible thing to do. The best thing to choose to do. And then there's narcissists who have anger issues, and God knows what else. They're the main character of the show for the death cults. Of like, did you die during this capitalism thingy? Because we might need you come back, right? Come back out of your private universe. You know, that's another thing. Privacy kills. If you, like, it's like quicksand. How much privacy do you want? Because if you take all of it, you are officially a criminal. All right? If you're anonymous, 100% anonymous, untraceable, you are a criminal. So how much privacy do you want to have is the question. Because people do that all the time. They jump into quicksand and they adopt ideas of, I will not talk to this person, I will reject that person, I will reject these type of people. I'll be a fucking very nasty person to everyone. I will just like care less. I will not talk about my private life. I will not initiate conversations with my friends and ask how they're doing. I will not invite anyone for my birthday, for example. I will generally not invite people. I will not come to meetings with the said people to see how they're doing because I have an opportunity to. Like, they just keep doing it. And I will pretend that I'm busy. The best way to use privacy. Let's pretend I'm busy. Actually, I'm doing this and that for those, and I have so much stuff to do. Sorry, I didn't found time for you. Yeah. Narcissism fucking kills, man. Devastating. He bought me a gaming console, and that was about it. You know, like we had a TV. He bought some gadgets. That was nice. And I didn't notice like the dark side that somehow he turned into a fucking dead person. He liked filming, yes. I mean, I already mentioned in the previous video, he destroyed my laptop, so he has some fucking anger issues. Yes, it happened after I punched him, after he cornered me, and basically intimidated me to defend myself, after he already confiscated my laptop a couple of times. Right, like, just drama kept fucking escalating to the explosive ending. And then he was arrested to sober up, because holy shit, man. You don't recover from shit like that, but like, these people are dead. Like, most people are dead. They're NPCs for a reason. There's nothing inside them. They're hollow shells of a human fucking being. And it's just traumatizing. It's devastating to acknowledge shit like that. At some point, it's just pure evil to even mix with them, you know? Helping them? Yes. Living with them? That's a problem. Luckily, I don't have to live with my dad. I live with this person. Or that kind of person. You know, the mom jokes. Because, of course, so much for capitalism when someone has to, you know, live with their family. Because they can't afford to move anywhere. Because freedom doesn't fucking give anything, right? That's another aspect of this video. There's no giving freedom. The giving season will happen later, when AI is going to be fully established and people will realize, shit. You have to play Where's Waldo in Freedom. Waldo is your most favorite friend. You just have to find it. Give this guy something, you know? They will realize the most obvious thing. Smart person, getting things is always good for society. But for now, we're screwed. He spent his freedom to become smarter. What a weirdo. You know you can do anything you want, and it's like, yeah, let's do it. With whom, how would I know? Let's go do it, man. Let's go do something. No, I'm not the one not spending my freedom. Let's be honest about it. Like, even my minuscule amount of fucking courage is, yes, it doesn't touch grass, so big deal. Alright? People hate grass. They cut it so fucking short. They must hate it. With such noise. Alright? They hate grass. There's no reason to touch grass. There's no reason to go outside. They hate outside. They fucking drag their dogs outside. We don't want no humans outside. We want bikers outside, zooming around and making noise again. You know? There are no invitations. There are no opportunities. You have to fucking drag yourself into a magical place where magic happens, because it's not widespread. Yeah, you're literally trying to fucking pull off a magic trick of asking the right questions, talking to the right people about all the things that you have, which is called skills in my world. Skills that someone somewhere might need. Trying to connect the fucking dots, basically. You know, that's economy. That's salesman tactics. You know, you have to connect the pen with the dollar. God damn. And you keep doing that forever and ever. Fucking guys, build a website, okay? Just build a fucking website. I will ask for things, and then you will give me those things for the amount of money I'm willing to spend. How about that? No? Fuck you. You're not selling anything. You're just getting started, you know? Yes, I'm most of the time not gonna fucking spend any money, because I'm not that guy, but maybe I'll buy some chips, maybe I'll buy some fucking cool package from China when it's cheap enough, and I'll put a request up. Give me, alright? If I'm unreasonable, change my mind, alright? We don't always need to get it now. And we don't always have to give you profits, either. But we do have to fucking get jobs and get relationships that work. Not just like observe with binoculars how many dead people there are. When am I gonna discover that my fucking teacher is basically dead? Because the funny thing is, he might be alive, but if everyone around him is dead, he's a fucking shitty leader, isn't he? But it's not really his fault, but it cannot be 100% death around a person. You're a terrible person. If you go into a room, everyone is dead except that one guy. Damn. Why? Yeah, then what's the point? What's the point? What the fuck is going on? Dead people. No, you would think he's a murderer. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, that guy's dead. Oh, that other one is pretty dead. Freedom doesn't mean just like poison yourself. You know, that's not what freedom is for. The first thing you have to do for freedom is enslave yourself so you can poison yourself. Have a nice day. What the hell? That's like NPC life. Oh yeah, there's some sex in between. You know, go get him, tiger. It's best to have for a chance of next generation. So you get poisoned, and yeah, and it's fucking pointless to control yourself. You just approach every woman you can find and hope for the best. You know what the definition of true bravery is? To do the thing that must be done that cannot be avoided. That is true bravery. Again, that was the moment when Jim was attacked because of Pam, right? And Dwight showed bravery. He did what has to be done, right? And those are the things you want to happen. You want people to do what has to be done. It's the most admirable form of bravery. However, What people do nowadays, they force bravery. And they don't even notice that they should be the ones brave, but they force other people to have bravery. I'm the one who's always in front lines of what actually must be done. I have common sense. I can operate more and more bravely, even if it doesn't fucking look that way, because, oh my god, I have to pull out my binoculars, and instead of looking at how many dead people there are, I have to find things. Find magical unicorns and princesses, basically, to rescue from big dragons. Oh my goodness. What kind of fucking Wakanda is inside your brain right now? If we live in freedom, there's a chance I will not find what I'm looking for, no matter how much I look for it. That's the funny fucking bit, right? Because the first thing I want to look for is friendship. Friendship. If I cannot find friendship, how am I gonna fucking expand my operation of finding things? Fuck that. There's no point, right? Again, when capitalism is introduced to society, it's fundamentally to just test run capitalism. For you guys to have it, but you never had it. You know, it always was broken until the test run is over. When something is happening, like when Minecraft was first released, it was happening. But it also fucking sucked, because it was just, you know, a shitty version of Minecraft. Until after enough updates and upgrades, it became a real thing. But then it stopped happening and it was no longer that interesting. Weird how that works. While capitalism is happening, it's a broken fucking mess that needs patch after patch to actually function. When it starts functioning, no one will care. No one will care to buy more Bitcoin. No one will care to invest into gold. No one will care to hold houses hostages. Everyone will release their fucking farts that they have been holding this whole time in privacy, right? They will let go of this monopolistic and predatory thinking that helped them so much. But the reality was, it killed them in the process. Fuck you. You deserve it. It is a nightmare, okay? I don't know why I'm looking. Dead people everywhere. Strange. You guys are pretty dead. You know, like the comment section is dead. But sure. Hello, comment section. I live with it. I live with that information. You're free to do whatever you want. Yeah. See, that's the funny thing. That's what privacy is. Like you have your privacy. Like how much privacy you need? If you're a bad person, you need a lot of privacy. If you're not a bad person, you need very little privacy. You don't actually care about privacy that much. All right. You want to hide a few things that other bad people did to you, but that's about it. I want to hide myself from bad people, for example. That's privacy as well. They need my privacy so I can hide in there. You know, it gets really fucking stupid, really bad, really fast, guys. Oh, I talked about privacy and I still remember like the juicy details. It was a long time ago. None of this is private. Despite me shading my privacy, I'm not edgy enough to, you know, fill up my comment section. Well, fuck me, man. How am I supposed to hide from evil people and be edgy at the same time? Those two things don't add up, man. So many times I see TikTok upload of like, man, there's no reason to go outside. Actually, you're not missing out on anything. Actually, you're staying away from a lot of trouble by just not going outside. Thank you, Jesus, that it made you scared, because your fears are true. So it just confirms my fears. And there are people who travel, and they deny my fears, these bastards. But at the same time, my real fear is like, safe or not safe. What the fuck am I supposed to do outside? Are you kidding me? Roll the dice and see random people do random things? Is that... How do you do... Like, if you do that, you have to do it at a central location. At the center town. And you still need a bodyguard. You still need a friend who wants to do the same fucking thing. If I don't have any of that, then it's fucking pointless to even think about it. Right? Why did I do that? Well, I have to still hope that you want to do it somewhere in the world. And please upload footage of that. If you're really brave, you can do it alone. You know? Privacy is now a disease. I think that's the video. Although I thought I made like a gold or bullshit video about privacy. Maybe I never talked about it. Cool. Yeah. The salesperson knows better than I do. They know even better, like how dead people actually are. Too bad they don't want to complain about it, you know? The first thing that dies, like if the salesman dies, he becomes a scammer. And you know how annoying scammers are and how dead they are to you. Like, hello, please pay attention to me. I have the best offer. Shut the fuck up. It's over. The entire fucking DM section is filled with scammers. It's dead. Scam spam, boys. Boom. Destroyed communications. Fried. People didn't even fucking notice that shit. Yeah, when someone says, get a job, do you mean find? What do you mean? It's unbelievable, guys. Capitalism is destroying everything, and you're not even noticing how much of a survivor I am and everyone else is if they can even comprehend this message. You don't understand. Like, if you just fucking look down, not to your phone, not to your boobs, but you look down on the money. You think that money holds all the meaning in the world. As long as you have money, everything is fine. Right? You can afford all the things. You have enough freedom. Very good. That's the trap. That's what's going to kill all the narcissists, is the fact that they just look down to money. I have money, though. It's fine. I have money. Yes. Survivor. Every day is a survival. What a trap. You know, boomers are dying, but they're also killing everything else. Boomers want to keep the order of the world because it seems so lovely, right? They don't understand the internet.
It's good for them.
Cool. Let's just keep it how it is. Oh, prices are going up. That's good. Because nothing will change. No one will buy anything. What the fuck is freedom in that? Ownership. And it's very funny because all these dead people, they want you to just dance around, basically. I was like, that's our entertainment. Other people doing things is our entertainment. Yay! And I just dance around, basically. Look how alive I am. And everyone is like, whoa! He's alive. But the depression sinks in because every observation makes you fucking depressed. You even look into the other comedians, and they're not funny. They're tragic. Unrelatable. Too gay, too transgender, too black, too Mexican, too fucking old. Look at me, I'm a comedian now. Have you tried too smart? Have you tried too smart? Everyone's depressed when they do comedies. That's not funny. I'm watching The Office, and you know what? That is funny. That shit is funny. Why is it funny? Are people depressed hard enough? No, they just have good personalities. They literally have personalities, in a perfect environment, a dynamic, a family dynamic, And they don't do the Family Guy stuff. It's more mature comedy, so. You don't need much to create this environment. People are working together. It's cool. And it's funny. Naturally. You can't have Homer Simpson come up on stage and dance for you. You just can't have that. That's for children. That's what maturity means. You need more real, tangible thing in your hands because you can't uphold imaginary things anymore. It's not good enough. We are emotional curveballs and we need certain things, and if you neglect those needs, you're killing yourself. That's fine, right? That's fine. Most people die anyways. If you're watching The Office, you don't want to watch Simpsons anymore because it's a fucking cartoon, right? At some point, you just have to grow up and you want more tangible things. Something that's more realistic, right? So that maybe one day you are dragged to be an actor yourself, just to make it just that much more realistic. That's what you should be craving for. You shouldn't be craving for escapism out of reality. You should crave for reality to at least play out in front of your eyes. At least, right? When everyone is dead around you, you still need that entertainment to give you something moving, something happening, something relatable, something to think about. And, well, in this case, something popular that you can use as a reference. Welcome to capitalism. Everybody dies. Just some people accept it, and some people delay it. They don't want it. So yeah, my goal of this video was just to remind you guys. Everybody dies, some people accept it, and some people delay the death. No, next week. Don't associate with the dead. You can dance for them if you want to. If they cheer for you, it's probably going to be fun. That's what they want to do anyways. They sort of do give you things for you to have. More and more and more. You can accumulate a lot of having. They do give you attention, right? They want it or not, they give you attention because, again, they don't know what they need. Definitely don't need stupid shit. But apparently they do. Because stupid shit is loud, and it's like, well, I have to check out what's going on. There's some stupid shit going on. Can you control yourself? At least don't encourage it, At least don't encourage it. And guess what my neighbors did? They died. They didn't call police. I have to do it myself. Because it's hard, man. It's hard. How do you do it? Yeah, creating the explosive tension between us of like, we cannot have conversations, we cannot be honest, we can only get in trouble. You observe the environment, is how you do it. And they did a pretty good job, to be honest. Just going to the final step, which is discourage, or not encourage, rather, bad behavior. Because if bad people don't get punished, at least legally. Too bad NPCs love bad behavior, you know? They will continue doing their stupid shit, killing more people. Because bad things, abusers don't want to be alone. They want to find someone to abuse. That's a very, logical thing to do. They need to leave people alone. They just can't help it. They're already dead. So capitalism is one of those weird things where it's just like, the greatest people survive. The greatest people don't do Ozempic, Ari. There's wigs out there at least. You didn't need that shit on your hands. Who knows what the level of death is now? YouTube Rewind has died, so that's fun. We simply don't have it anymore. All my friendships are dead. No one dares to speak up. Is my channel dying slowly? Get out of here. I'm still figuring out if I'm Jesus or not, okay? I think we all want to know. And if I don't sound convincing... It's so weird. I'll bring this up, and YouTube Rewind dying at 2020 is pretty weird. And then the narcissist took over, called Mr. Beast, who didn't care to keep YouTube Rewind going because he also, it's dead. It's very, very dead, actually. But you know what's not dead? Death Cult itself is not dead. Let's enslave a bunch of people to work for me, for the religion of money, Mr. Beast said, and it worked. The death of YouTube Rewind is a sad moment, and we'll see how we handle this. Because we always have to mourn it every single year. At least on this channel, we have to. YouTube CEO died as well. We have to mourn the death of stuff like that. All together. Fools are the ones who forget the past. Right? And just accept the future. It's foolish. Because you might have lost something and forgotten about it. You're just gonna accept it? How about just have all the things that you used to have? How about that? Okay, just listen. I have to go to the toilet. It's sleepy time soon. I'm exhausting my energy. But I may malfunction while doing that. I had a good day yesterday, just looking at myself from 10 years ago. And guess what happened? I was not dead. I was interacting with a person who was not dead. I had so much fun, If only there were more people like that. But yeah, there's if you can't associate with someone, it's probably because the principle is taking place, right? They're dead. If you cannot associate in society, either they lie to themselves or they hide a lot of wealth and inequality within them, So if you associate with them, they would have to be nice, and that's just not the price they would like to pay, right? Do be nice, used to pay the price. It works because it rhymes. Mr. Beast knows better than anyone else. If he associates with someone, he will be asked for a briefcase full of money. So, you better be careful, Mr. Beast. I know you have to compensate me with association because you're a rich man. And every rich man technically has to do it. It's just they fucking drag it. They break it. They break capitalism while it's brewing, right? At some point, the dial-up internet was very difficult to handle, but now it kept speeding up. And now we have a good version of the internet. The same is happening to capitalism. It's garbage. It's slow, it's dog shit, and it's unhinged with the fiat currency for the corporations to do whatever the fuck they want with the workers right now. They want unhinged mode. All of this, it kills our civilization. That's what it does. We have to survive that period. This economy is very nice when we have it, but it's very painful to establish, right? Everyone knows, people are afraid of AI, but also they don't really think that AI is going to do bad things. The reality is, it's not about positioning yourself in the middle. It's a big risk, big reward. Big reward, a lot of pain type of situation. Capitalism has already taken countless of lives. With AI, we will know how a life was taken. Every fucking detail about the life that has been taken. Maybe we even see footage of that happening. That is what we will have to live with. In capitalism, we know life was taken because they got fucking smacked by a car. That's the usual fucking suspects. Right? Cars. We still haven't fixed that shit, by the way. We're not fixing anything. It's too slow. Somehow. The billionaires are not giving their wealth to fix anything. They're just running around to places that don't tax them as much, it looks like. Man, there was a woman in TikTok saying, "Hey, Jeffrey, I know you went to Israel, but now that Israel is getting bombed, you came back, but you had to have this plastic surgery to blend in, basically, but someone found you anyways." Isn't that so, Jeffrey? The world that we fucking live in is insane. The dead people's world. Damn. Where the criminals fucking have 5 extra lives. Regular people die by accident. Yeah. And nobody even talks about them. People just forget the next day. That's cool. Sorry guys, I cannot bend YouTube's algorithm to my will. I'm not in control. There's another billionaire sitting there at a control panel and thinking, money is my biggest priority, said the billionaire. So YouTube is in rich people's hands. What does that mean? That means we're fucked. We're not here to make relationships and to learn, to collect knowledge about the world and stop making terrible decisions. We are here to be brainwashed by fucking clowns that come up on stage and introduce themselves, and we start tolerating clowns all of a sudden. Ugh. Instead of saying, hey, drag this clown out off stage, we're just like, man, that's a drag queen, actually. I don't think she can be a drag because this person has muscles and can fight back or claw back. And I'm not dealing with that. All right, I don't get paid enough to drag this piece of shit off stage. I do not get paid enough. All right? Ugh. I'm not paid enough to even look at the fucking monstrosity, to be honest. But this is the sort of shit that keep growing, right? There's something very honest about it at the same time. Like the way people want to live. You take their word for it. I mean, I notice narcissists to be very honest. When they're flexing something, there's so much honesty in it, right? Yes, they're trying to trick you. And so a lot of this, like, promises that everything's going to be okay, it's not going to be okay. My house will be on fire because my roof is not blue or whatever. Whatever the new thing is, you know? That sounds like a conspiracy, but probably just a rich person taking a piss. Because again, a rich person can do a lot of bad things and get away with it because they just pay everyone off. You know how it goes in Skyrim. If you kill a person, pay a tribute of 20k gold coins and move on or something, right? Yes. He meant to die. Don't worry about it. Here's some gold. So capitalism quickly is able to ruin and corrupt almost everything. Almost everything has to be for sale. Which is great. If a smart person owns it, it should be for sale. But again, often enough, every single garage sale ends up with one person getting screwed. Or some bullshit treasure hunter, basically. Oh boy. You know, I would like to have a pawn shop or anything. Anything that's helpful for society. Not for the sake of profits, but like genuinely seeing how much help I can produce. But yeah, I will never respect people who try to maintain privacy and at the same time try to be the biggest haters. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Not only you can type in mildly annoying comments and be the first one to do it, but you might just look like a fucking NPC who just made an account recently and never uploaded anything. And that's just another strike. Or you put up a fucking cat avatar. Or just something that really quickly identifies who you are. And why you're behaving the way that you are. There's so much of this going on. There's so many ways to die. Turn into a very quickly identifiable degenerate. I'm just like hoping that someone fucking cares to truly snap identify someone if they should associate or not. It's an important skill to have. Alright? Welcome to LILAC Healing Series. Will also make me happy. Don't associate with people who are trying to drag you into a death cult. Obviously. Who doesn't like, you know, have those freedom papers. Alright? Just, it feels good to have them. Feels good. And I hope it feels bad for the billionaires to have them. I have a bullet with a name on them. With their name on those bullets, bro. And I forgot to deliver it. That's just how I describe my feelings for billionaires. But again, the world is honest. I discussed this quite a bit. Free delivery for that. If a person is talented, they're going to be popular. They're going to accumulate, snowball their popularity. How? Well, it happens. I kind of saw it happen, okay? I just made a map for NPCs, and NPCs loved it. And they started like pushing me around. Like, keep doing that shit. Keep doing that. Crybabies. They don't like me talking, though. They don't say, keep doing that. I wonder why. That's what I want to do, not because it's freedom. It's actually public service. And again, it makes me a better person. Anytime this happens. Anytime this goes down, baby. Love for the world, love for society is first priority. And if you cannot give labor in that particular moment, it's because it's not always compatible. But you can always speak. Speak up. Exist. Ripple the waters of reality. Yep. Boom, boom, splash. Right. You felt it. I hope you're a subscriber. It would be very awkward if you weren't a subscriber. Dead people still have to figure out how to live their lives. The most horrible thing about them is that, you know, they don't seem to live with, like, horrible feelings necessarily. They still have something intact. No common sense. Self-destruction tendencies everywhere. Very, very selfish and, again, destructive. But where there's silence, first person to speak up is a millionaire, you know? We just don't know it yet because we're the tip of the iceberg. Right. Where was I again? Again, I'm supposed to be sleepy and stuff. Here's how it goes. If there's a scarcity of people talking, right? Silence is plaguing the world, and the first person to speak up is probably gonna build something monumental, right? Will make other people speak up. If it's truly important, that's what the tip of the iceberg means. You have unlocked the biggest thing ever. Just by acknowledging scarcity and how important it is to not let scarcity just slip through your hands. This is the fucking golden goose, basically. And the tip of the iceberg is the golden egg, basically. $1 million, baby. Just by talking, right? Just by speaking up. Potentially, I'm the one who's collecting these golden eggs, and it's like, yep, you deserve $1 million. Come and get it. You know, I get to see them speak up, but I can let them die, and I will let them die because that's what death is. I can't save all of you. You have to take care of yourselves. I can only tell you, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Just in a more, you know, dominant position. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy. This is what's visible to people, and that's the future. When things grow, right? But right now, nothing wants to grow. There's no good opportunity, not good enough resources. Windows just shut down the regular operations, creating panic across the world. All prices are going to go up. There's wars everywhere. The apocalypse is absolutely insane if you take everything into consideration. What the fuck is going on, right? But most importantly, nothing can grow. Nothing wants to grow right now. But the funny thing is, when something does start growing, it will take those points of interest where someone is talking, someone is saying something, someone is trying to exist as a human being, not as a fucking robot. I was always fucking harping on that point. And guess what changed? Fucking nothing. We just let it happen. We just let the, you know, the dead internet happen. There's the dead internet theory. Guess what? It has the word dead in it. That's all you need to know. It just theorizes stuff like, well, the internet is dead now. There's too many dead people, or fake manufactured people. And that's not exactly true. Not much has changed, to be honest. Besides the fact that you have to question now, was this AI generated? Was it? My content is pretty easy to generate with AI. But very unlikely. Very unlikely. The internet is just a very convenient window for lonely and poor people to look what's going on. All right? We don't have to do anything. As long as we're surviving, there's not a threat. The rest of the time, we'll just sit there and observe how you're doing and who is alive. That's our responsibility. To gravitate towards living creatures. That's responsibility. That's self-improvement, guys. Isn't that crazy? Disassociate with all the dead people. They don't want to be friends with me on Facebook. Ooh, woo. Must be dead. And the funny thing is, man, this privacy thing is so fucking crazy. It's the funniest thing, man. Privacy can help people hide themselves, but to a certain extent, maybe, right? Like, yeah, you're not gonna befriend random men on Facebook. But you could. You could. Why not? Fuck it. Live life, dude. No? Women have the exclusive privilege to say yes to a man. That's it. That's all it takes, man. Women have that privilege. Yes, there's a little bit of trouble attached to it, but I think it can handle it, right? Men don't get that privilege. Men don't get fucking nothing. There's the loneliness epidemic for men, and it's fine. Because we can play games and stuff, right? We don't actually need to socialize that much. We accept our fate. But the privacy is where, like, now I have to pretend that you're, like, a busy person, and you're always busy. Busy, busy, busy. It's the greatest fucking excuse when anything happens, right? Well, I was busy, actually. I don't want to talk to you, but because I was busy. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Busy, 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 busy. Right? No, let's do something together. That muscle of doing things with someone else, I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I shipped it to China, right? Chinese people might need to do something with other people because there's a lot of them there. They keep bumping into each other, so I shipped it to China. In order to provide something to society, you know, I had to make compromises. I don't have that muscle anymore. Collaboration? Eat my ass. Eat my entire ass. That's what happens with last collaboration. That's what I've learned from last collaboration. People like eating ass. And we can collaborate on that, right? I will explicitly say, because I have the privilege to say things, right, that I do not like eating ass. But I've heard many people do. So I will collaborate on that. I think it's doable for me. But yeah, it's just like, that's what they hide. They try to fucking act cool and busy. But it's miserable when you figure out what's going on. Yeah, the most satisfying thing in comedy, I think, is just like interaction with the audience. You try to make sure that they are alive. You know, just like at least witness me on stage, not just like despise me that I'm more popular, more famous and shit like that. Wow, people position themselves so every smart person is like, wow, they have so many things. You know, every smart person has to just sit down, man, you have so many things, that person has so many things. How are we like all exchanging the same resource, which is courage? How is it being exchanged constantly? Well, the funny thing is, opportunities cannot find you, but they can find the center location, right? I feel like even celebrities like get drunk and they bump into people constantly, right? And if you give them a very interesting interaction, fuck it, man. Like maybe they will contact you later one more time and one more time again and again, and now it just never ends. You don't actually know what's going on until you see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The moment you become viral, you might never stop being viral.
I haven't seen it yet. I just have an idea, and it should be happening, because that's how the world works. That's what common sense is saying. They're still living people, exchanging things with each other, but they cannot find, living among the dead anymore. Or it's, it's getting hard. Or they just realized how fucking difficult it is. Just lay down their weapons and, gonna take it slow. Or we're about to make a breakthrough, and just slow down, start paying attention, and it's like, damn, what a good idea. And it spreads across the world, and we finally can lay capitalism to rest, despite it fucking exploding in our faces. We still found that fucking bubble pop moment. I'm going to pop the bubble. The trouble that was like, not really a trouble, but it was there. We had it. Nobody popped it, but now it's gone. Thank God. And we will realize how the world functions as a result of that problem no longer existing. Again, people love observing problems. To them, it's entertaining. But the smart people, it fucking hurts them physically. I need to pop that. And I'm too far away. There's too many borders, too many language barriers, too many unhappy people, too many dangerous people. I'm not popping that bubble, bro. What the fuck? I am merely a cannon. I can lead you to popping your own bubbles, right? You're the cannonball, I'm the cannon. We have to work together.
But you have freedom!
Because the funny thing is,
you don't want to solve problems. You have too much freedom.
About bubble popping, everyone has to do it individually.
Jesus.
It's just, when it's a massive thing, everyone realizes massively that it's time to pop that bubble. It's time to change your mind, right, about something. It's always like this, man. It's just the change of your mind that has to happen, and all of a sudden you're brought back to life. We stop role-playing as fucking zombies anymore. Right now I'm in a phase of just like fucking being dormant somehow. Programming is left behind. Well, it's not somehow, just I bought a subscription to watch more stuff, and The Office is entertaining. It's like, wow, I love it. I'll just have it. I'll have it. I bought it. I need it. Yeah, it's a weird dynamic with women. They give you that feeling of like, if you can't have it now, you could have it later, If the market value of women keep dropping, yes, they can be bought over, though. There's a chance. Still keeps dropping, though. And especially while we have freedom, either of them can slip away. Either of the parties. There's no reason to take any relationship seriously, not even marriage. All of that is mumbo-jumbo of lonely people. The only thing I take seriously is honesty again. Of like, well, true, I never needed you anyways. You're probably dead. Marriage also kills. What's that, Selena? Only murders in the building? Well, were you in that building too? Because only murders should have been in that building. That was the sign. But I guess she was also in the building. I'm saying you're dead. Because marriage. What am I here to fucking kill my Powerpuffs? That'd be fucking crazy. But, the death has to rise to the unbearable level where we're trying to kill God himself. I'll go after him right away, guys. Was I dead too?
Oh, what's that? Taylor Swift is not dead? Tell that to me, listening to shitty music that she releases. I don't want it.
Maybe. I mean,
she's dead to me.
So we like observing now on the presidential level. Death's happening. Yep. Yeah, this is weird. So God will die soon. Damn. Is that so? God level death will be observed soon after the presidential deaths. Well, that's weird. What does that mean? Like plus 8 years? What's going on? Yeah, when COVID hit, I'll lay it down for you guys, because that feels like so universal in a way. I don't remember when this was annihilated, but maybe this was when it hit me. We know that this is the COVID, the 2020. It didn't kill Mr. Beast though, but that's because Mr. Beast is so good at killing YouTube, and now it's at the rest of the time, the plus, beyond, all the way to 2028. It should be killing at presidential level. Is that the pattern? And then we're gonna fucking kill the god for 8 years? I don't think so, man. That would be weird. But yeah, this whole time, I was kind of feeling like a subject of this whole death thing, especially 2012. End of the world. And the next year I finished school, so something died. And even at 2012, I was like contemplating killing school earlier by 1 year. But then we extended, blah, blah, blah. Then, because it wasn't like up to me. I didn't want to make that decision. But also, like, let's listen to dead people instead. I mean, well, they take care of me, so it matters. I will listen to them. And I did. So I left for 1 year. It was a waste of time, technically. But, it normalizes me a little bit as well, because you don't want to give these bastards privacy. Right? These classmates. They're going to take it. And they're going to make me feel guilty about it, since it was a choice. Right? It was such an ego-driven choice. I actually literally asked, I was building my shitty map, and I was like, should I finish college? Like, is that relevant anymore? Look how famous I am. You want me to just make map, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. I just make map. And I bet I could have made a pretty good map base if I actually was doing just that, but, I mean, it's weird. I'm not earning a single dollar, and I'm already like thinking like that. Drop out of school or year early is fine. I need free time desperately.
It is very difficult though to break into of like people trusting you. You actually have to have done something. So you have had to manifest and make it popular enough. It's fucking crazy, dude. And it often just smells of nepotism, of like you have to fucking have magical unicorn that lays golden eggs to be able to afford certain things in life. Even that part doesn't trickle down, where if you made it, then let other people make it. Let breed competition, right? And that's just another toxic part of capitalism. The moment you make it through, you don't give a fuck anymore. Bro, you just be able to buy off your competition. If your competition has full control of how to fucking get rid of you, basically, they can fucking declare war for all we know. It can get fucking nasty.
Would I be productive with my free time? So for 8 years there was the fucking devastating killings across my life. That was insane. Until I was no longer a subject anymore. I'm not even important anymore. I'm not even a player. And I shouldn't have been even affected, because that is like level 4. I wasn't level 4 until recently. But here you go. I don't know. Let's just call it I still felt it. Or I still associate it with level 4 while looking back into the past. I'm capable of doing so, right? Presidential level deaths. Like, are we really going to have 8 more years of God level deaths? Is that really going to happen? I'm not ready for 8 more years of
That
bullshit,
looks like
man.
the pattern.
Not to disrespect God. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I just don't want patterns to look so unpredictable at this point. Again, that would give us 56 years for every single cycle, which is way too much. You don't understand, like, when school died, it actually died. Like, I felt the whole thing collapse. The thing that looked cool was basically the last thing I was observing of the social world, and I still feel nostalgic about it. It was never replaced. Normally, you would just find a replacement. So that's when you know when something is dead, dramatically, to the point where it feels unfair. Where the entire world just fucking engulfed by flames of destruction. Because the thing that you once had is now just a nostalgic feeling that you cannot recreate or forget about it because you have just better things going on. No, there's still something missing, right? Something missing in President.
Death can be defined as the dead end of something. You have to let go and try to not need it too much, because you won't have it ever again, right? That's what death is during capitalism. Something dies and you'll have to just live without it.
Heads right now, and they're destroying the world. And we have to just watch
No
it.
replacements.
They have something fucking missing there. Some kind of misunderstanding keeps recurring. They're either not able to fight for the presidency and they let fucking scumbags take over. Whatever happens, we constantly see presidents right now more unhinged than ever before. Why is that like it? What's going on? And that's happening for fucking 8 years. 8 years.
It would be just like very easy to even like find the next game. But look at this thing, right? Hearthstone has cycles where the cards fucking get thrown away. Why? Why throw away cards? They're good cards. Maybe they haven't been used that much. But they have been thrown out. And replaced with new cards. But did they got replaced with new cards? Or did we arrived another dead end? There's all kinds of games, like nostalgia exists because things do get dead end, but capitalistic nostalgia is like everywhere. Anything you bought has almost like a fucking 20% chance that it was irreplaceable, that you will never find the same thing ever again. AdventureCraft died. How many things replaced AdventureCraft? 0 things replaced it. I try to do it, you know? I'm just one fucking person, though. If nobody else wants to do it with me, I won't feel motivated. I'll just feel the best. I will feel as I am the best. And that's a very tough feeling. Like, I already got the trophy. I haven't even lifted a finger. I'm already the best polygon killer. I haven't even released my engine. But I am the best. Why would I even try hard when the competition is already dead? All of this, guys, all of this is the upside down world. All of this is unhealthy. Nothing makes sense. And we're supposed to live with that shit. As narcissists left and right say, well, it's okay. That's the way it is. You have too much hate. Oh no, you're mixing my personality with something you also have to accept as reality. That will never fucking change. Doesn't have to change. But they're okay, you know? They're okay. Labeling the world the way they like it. I want the truth. Things are more objective than you think. There's so many more objective things to worry about. Whether music is good, whether movie is good, whether game is good. Objectively can be. Figure it out. The rest of the video, we don't have to worry about it. I worry about it, and I discovered this eternal flame concept, which sounds like a whole new video. What is eternal flame is, again, conversation that never ends. It should never end. Every single day, some kind of new topic should be talked about. And people should be, contributing as much as they can for that particular topic. This flame should exist somewhere. Why does it not exist? Because I don't think it does exist. I haven't found it. I haven't been able to participate in said discussion and contribute anything. I'm just the one now trying to fucking start it. So it at least exists. This must exist. This is not something that I'll be able to find, right? I should have heard about it and just run towards it, right? Someone mentions it and it's like, yep, let me catch that fire, all right? But I have a fear that it's not happening, guys. That the eternal fire is just a myth. So it's going to be worth discussing this next time. See you then. I try to contribute. I try to fucking spark eternal fire. I try to establish myself as a person who has something to say every single day. That's what it would take. And why it's so important, you will be educated very quickly. See you guys next time.